What if the strongest revenge isn't a speech, a post, or even an argument? What if it's a life so disciplined and calm that the person who hurt you can no longer reach you? Not because you moved on to look strong, but because you became someone their chaos just can't touch. Stay to the end, because I'm going to give you one simple test that reveals whether your silence is true strength or just a hidden attachment, a quiet kind of hurt. In life, you meet two kinds of people: those who help build you and those who try to break you. And the ones who break you don't always do it loudly. Sometimes it's betrayal. Sometimes it's manipulation. Sometimes it's gossip, withdrawal, or passive cruelty, the kind that leaves no bruises, only scars. When that happens, most people crave one thing: a reaction. They want to lash out. They want justice right now. They want the other person to feel what they caused. But Stoicism offers a different form of revenge, one that doesn't poison you. Not rage, but elevation. First, the initial victory is refusing to feed them your energy. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. You can't control what they did. You can't rewrite the past, but you can control what happens next. Will you donate your attention to their disrespect, or will you reclaim it? Because your attention is currency. If they can still pull emotion from you, anger, tears, long messages, explanations, then the injury continues. And that's what many hurtful people secretly want: proof that they still matter. So the Stoic begins here. No performance, no pleading, no arguing for dignity. Just a clean withdrawal of energy. If you find these insights helpful, consider subscribing to the channel. It's a small click, but it is a meaningful way to support me as I continue this journey and walk alongside you toward a better life, one day at a time. Second, silence is not passive. It's a boundary with teeth. Most people misunderstand silence. They think it means you lost. But silence, when done correctly, is a wall. It removes access. It breaks manipulation. It ends the cycle where they provoke and you react. Imagine what they expect after they hurt you: a breakdown, a confrontation, a message full of emotion, a public explanation, a desperate demand for closure. And then, imagine the opposite. You say nothing. You don't chase. You don't explain your pain to someone who already decided it didn't matter. You don't turn your wounds into their entertainment. You simply step out of their reach. That isn't weakness. That's self-command. Third, the real revenge is the rebuild they can't interrupt. Here's where silence becomes lethal, not to them, but to their control. You redirect everything they tried to steal: your focus, your confidence, your time, your peace. You train your body. You sharpen your mind. You rebuild your work. You invest in people who respect you without games. You stop living as a reaction to what they did and start living as a commitment to what you re-becoming. And that shift does something terrifying to the person who hurt you. They can't handle you anymore. They can't bait you. They can't guilt you. They can't rewrite the story if you refuse to participate. You become emotionally unreachable, and that, more than any argument, ends their power. Fourth, outgrowing them is the cleanest form of justice. Stoicism doesn't teach revenge as harm. It teaches revenge as immunity. The goal is not to make them suffer. The goal is to make sure they can never control your inner world again. Epictetus said it clearly: it's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. So the question becomes, when you're hurt, do you spiral? Do you post? Do you rant? Do you send messages you'll regret? Or do you become the version of yourself that no longer needs closure, revenge, validation, or their understanding? That version doesn't win loudly. It wins permanently. Fifth, here's the test that reveals whether your silence is strength. This is the test I promised. If they texted you tonight, would your peace collapse? If your heart would race, if you'd rehearse replies, if you'd feel pulled back into the old loop, then your silence isn't freedom yet. It's just distance, while the attachment stays alive. But if the message wouldn't move you, if you could read it with a calm mind and choose your response, then you've reached something rare. Detachment with dignity. That's the Stoic goal. Not to punish them, but to reclaim yourself. Let's reflect on this. Your silence should be loud only to your future. Don't disappear to make them miss you. Disappear to stop needing to be missed. Don't go quiet to create mystery. Go quiet to create mastery. Because the strongest people don't announce their healing, they live it. And one day, when the past tries to return, they find a door that no longer opens. Not because you hate them, but because you finally chose peace over chaos and progress over proving a point. That is the smartest revenge. Not words becoming untouchable. If this hit you, subscribe to Stoic tomorrow. We build calm strength here. Now, comment below. What's harder for you, staying silent or staying disciplined after you go silent? And if you want a simple anchor type, I rise in silence.